YouTube? This is Anarchist the Darkness, also known as Kill Color Struck. I did a video earlier. It's actually on YouTube right now. It's uploading. And I realized after watching it that I did more explaining what racism is and explaining why that cosplayer, the white girl who put the brown on her face with the dreadlocks, even painted her lips to look just like the character from Walking Dead. I didn't explain too much as to why it is wrong what she did. Now, this is the best way I can do it. I'm gonna put it to you like a 5-year-old, okay? If you want to be Bruce Lee, what do you wear? Maybe you'll put on a wig, the little Bruce Lee, little bowl cut wig. Maybe you have some nunchucks. Maybe that's Bruce Lee. Or you put on the yellow jumpsuit from that famous movie that he did and never got to finish. You put on that jumpsuit, the yellow jumpsuit, but he whooped everybody's asses on. And when you look at a person, doesn't matter, white, black, Jewish, Hispanic, Asian, fat, skinny, amorphous, male or female. And a female is arguable because you could say she was being the chick from Kill Bill, because the chick from Kill Bill had something on similar as to what Bruce Lee was wearing, based off of what Bruce Lee was wearing, basically. So you can go through all of those things and you would know that's Bruce Lee. You know it's Bruce Lee because it's his garb, it's his hair, it's his nunchucks. Matter of fact, you probably wouldn't even have to do the hair, okay? Some people might argue the hair is a little much, but what you don't do is paint your skin yellow, or paint your skin the same color as Bruce Lee's, like a faint, almost yellow, brownish white. You don't do that. You don't put in, like the cartoons used to do, every Asian person, you don't put buck teeth and you don't paint your eyes, or you don't glue your eyes shut like this so that way you look like Bruce Lee. You don't do it. It's wrong. No matter how you put it, it is wrong. You don't do it. If a man walked in to doesn't matter where he's at, if he was walking around wearing a swastika on his chest. Now, in some places in this country, that's completely fine. That's more the redneck, white supremacy areas. That's totally fine. But I'm talking about if you could walk down the street, or if you walk into a black neighborhood with a swastika on your chest, is it okay? I'll wait. I don't care if you're doing a character. I don't care if you're doing a character. If you color your skin, if you take it above and beyond, and above and beyond is coloring your skin. Above and beyond is coloring your skin. And I don't want to hear, oh, Marlon Wayans and Marlon Wayans and Shawn Wayans did white chicks. They did do white chicks. And white chicks, one was supposed to be a parody and a satire, like the movie with Robert Downey Jr. in it, Tropic Thunder. It had him playing a white guy, Robert Downey Jr. playing an Australian, playing a black guy, a black sergeant from the Vietnam era. The whole point of him doing that was to show you like how in depth some actors, or how bad some actors or people will go to do something, okay? Thinking that they're doing the right thing, but they're doing the wrong thing. He went so deep, so out of character, or so deep into a character that he believed that he was doing that. You're supposed to learn from that. That you don't do that. You're supposed to learn from that, okay? So, Eddie Murphy has done Chinese, fat, white. He's done everything. He's literally played every race of people in every one of his movies, okay? Basically, what Marlon Wayans, what Robert Downey Jr., Shawn Wayans, all these people did was purposely wrong. Doesn't matter why they did it. It's still fucking wrong. It's still not a good thing to do. You're still offending people, okay? Now, now, deep into that, when you use white chicks and you try to somehow equate white chicks to the history of blackface in this country, you're an idiot. I don't care who you are. You're a fucking idiot. It's not the same thing, okay? I don't remember, like I said in my earlier video, I don't remember where black people oppressed white people and put on their garb and started dancing around like them, and pretending that they're white people, pretending that they're these stereotypes of white people. There aren't that many negative stereotypes about white people. Not as much as there are of black people, not as much as there are of Asian people, not much as there are on Spanish people, not as much as they are on everybody but white people, okay? It's about a racial hierarchy, and I don't really want to get into it. If you want to learn about it, go to my other video. I'll name it number 2, okay? But this is going to be my number 1 video. I don't care what you say, okay? I don't care if you admire the character. I love Bruce Lee. Will I ever paint my skin yellow? Will I ever glue my eyes shut just so that I can get my eyes? Will I ever do that? No, because you're taking it too far. Doesn't matter what you're saying, you're taking it too far. And I want to thank Jason, because Jason was the one who brought that up to one of my other friends he was arguing with. I told one of my Spanish friends that said that one group, you can't hang on to the past, because if you hang on to the past, it's going to keep making people hate you, or you're going to keep breeding hate. No, the reason why we're having this conversation in the first place is to teach, okay? It's to teach, and I can take you to a whole nother level when it comes to American media and black people and how black people are portrayed, but I'm not going to do that again. But my whole point is that what this girl did is not somehow us picking on her. We're not picking on her. It's wrong. It's her ignoring the history of blackface. Okay? Just last year, an actor got in trouble for trying to color her face brown, and she did a little hair and little balls or whatever for crazy eyes. She was fine with just having her hair and crazy eyes. She was just fine. She could have even did a gap. Okay? She was totally fine, but she had to take that extra step. I'm going to put on brown. You don't have to do it. You don't have to do it. You can pretend like, oh, we're in a post-racial society, but we're not in a post-racial society, because Ferguson already taught me that. I'm in the army, and all the shit I hear from soldiers, the people that were supposed to be my battle buddies, saying that Mike Brown was a thug and he deserved what he got, and Jonathan Crawford, the guy who got shot, and they're not even saying anything about Jonathan Crawford, because one, Jonathan Crawford had record totally fucking clean, but he got gunned down in a Walmart in a fucking state that has open carry. And whatever you want, a white guy can walk into Walmart with his weapon in Ohio, and it's not against the law. But a black boy with a BB gun holding it from the store, he picked it up in the store, from the store, it gets mistaken as an assault rifle, and they come in, they give this nigga not even 2 seconds and blast him, and he is gone. So you cannot tell me we're not a post-racial, you cannot tell me that we are a post-racial society, because we aren't, and we will never be a post-racial society because of ignorance like this, okay? The same ignorance that allows, I can't wait till I find that picture. Okay, it's a picture of, with a kid, a great artist from DeviantArt, decided he wanted to post, 1 second. Okay, I got 8 minutes to finish this, but there's an artist on DeviantArt. He did a really good rendition of all the Disney characters until you come to the Lion King rendition. Now, we all know that half of the cast, a good amount of the cast of Lion King was white people. That's totally fine. But these he took the Timon, Simba, and Pumbaa. Took all 3 of those characters, African characters, animals that can be found only in Africa, on the savannah of Africa, of those types. He took those animals, he turned them into people, but the people look nothing like the people who live in Africa. It's that type of ignorance that she has. It's a privilege thing. It's a privilege thing. You want to pretend like there aren't brown people, or that we shouldn't be offended because slavery was so long ago. Or I'm just doing this character because I love this character. Well, I fucking love Batman, and when I get old enough, well, I'm not gonna say get old enough, but when I get enough money, I do go to cons, by the way. When I do get enough money and I have a son, me and my son are gonna walk around the con as Batman and Robin. But guess who won't be white? Me. I'm not gonna paint this white when I walk around that con in a Batman suit. Why? Because you already know that I'm Batman. I don't have to paint my face white. I don't have to put in contact lenses. It's wrong. No matter how you put it, it's wrong. okay? What she did is wrong, okay? I don't care how you put it. You can say it's not racist, but it's something. I don't know. Actually, I would go as far as say it like I said in my other video. It's racism. Because she's purposely ignoring the history of blackface. She knows not to paint her face. It's been a big thing. You turn on the internet, you see it everywhere. We had to change Pokemon, certain Pokemon, because they were renditions of blackface. We had to change freaking Mr. Popo from Dragon Ball Z to change his color completely because it's a black face, okay? It offends people. It's racist. So for you to go out of your way, I'm gonna paint myself that way. When all you had to do, when all she had to do, was just wear the dreadlocks and wear the garb, have the sword, maybe even have the zombie slaves that character has, and walk around. She's still the character. You don't have to paint your face. The point of that is no matter how you put this, it's wrong. Whoever does it, it's wrong. When Eddie Murphy did it, he was wrong. When Robert Downey Jr. did it, even though he was doing it to make a point, he was wrong. When the Wayans brothers was doing it to make a point, it was wrong. I know a lot of you people don't even know who Savion Glover is, but Savion Glover is a world-renowned tap dancer who is in this movie called Bamboozled, which was about how the industry treats black people and black families and black ideals and black characters. They only want Sambo, and he put on blackface, and black people had a problem with it. So for you to go out of your way, even it was a Spike Lee joint, no, it was one of the Wayans brothers did it. To go out of your way to paint your face, you can love. I don't care. I swear to God, if I see a white man cosplaying his Blade and he's in brown, his skin is brown, he's spray painted, he is colored, I will punch him in the face because it's disrespectful. Okay, you don't have to get the haircut. Okay, get the haircut. Walk around with the sword and the trench coat, the boots. Okay, we know that you're Blade. You don't have to. You don't see black cosplayers painting themselves white. You don't see it unless they might paint some stuff on their face, but they don't fucking paint the entire face one color or one racial group in order to make their point. You know who they are. So she was doing it. Either she's doing it out of ignorance, which is still fucking racist, or she's doing it because she don't give a fuck and she knows the history on it. Racist. And with 3 minutes to spare, nigga. Woo!